Hello, my beauties, my friends. I don't know. I only have a couple friends who come on here, but family members do, and they come and visit me. Welcome. It's Sunday afternoon, and we are live. We're going to look into etheric matters. You know, the Bible tells us there are fruits of the Spirit, there are gifts of the Spirit. The fruits of the Spirit are the outcomes of using the gifts of the Spirit in a good way. And each one of us were born with gifts, intentions, right? And they all come because it's all supposed to fulfill a purpose for the divine's plan. A lot of the reason that we suffer on our planet right now, welcome, is because not everybody's in accordance with that. They're not lined up. They're fighting. And I figure like most of the time they're not even, you're just in the way. You're in the way. You're convenient for them. And they don't want to go upright. And they're fighting God, not you. So the divine has set some of us in place for you to just kind of keep you on track and remind you, not only are you not alone, most of the time you are already seen way in advance by the prophetic energies and the seer energies where God, because we walk in love with Christ. So that's why. I mean, that's really the only reason why you would even want to come forth in your free time and help your community to raise their vibration. And there's different ways of looking at things. But what we do is we look and we talk about it. Welcome into my channel. Thank you for being here. This is the Koshi Bell of Peace. And I hope you have peace today. Thank you for joining. I appreciate. If you're here, let me know you're here, okay? So I was in meditation and prayer earlier. Spirit, would you please help me with this? Send back anything negative, anything derogatory, anything controlling, anything binding, anything wicked, anything low vibrational, anything that has the character of theft, jealousy, or anger. Let that all go back to where it's coming from right now, from outside sources. And we put a hedge of protection around this place, myself, my reading, and we call in divine energies to help us to read what we're supposed to read today, discuss what we're supposed to discuss today in a happy way. God keeps saying, I really want, in the spirit, I keep hearing that, in my inner man, right? In my inner man, I hear, I just want y'all to have joy. I want you to understand what joy is. And you have foes that don't want that. You're fighting for even yourself. Come on, bring it on. There you go. Thank you. Man, when I start that thing, I just keep it going. Except for when it doesn't. I'm being humbled. I just walked in the door from getting a chiropractic adjustment. So I'm having to set up a little bit later than I had originally planned. So bear with me. Okay? All right. Thank you for being here. Thank you for coming back if you're coming back. Thank you for coming in for the first time. It is my hope that you benefit from this reading and that as above, so below, everything unholy has to go. It will be expelled from this space. So keep a high vibe, you guys. And thanks for being here. I'm using this deck here for today's reading for the collective. If you're a member or a subscriber, if you're a member, well, go ahead and put your questions in the box while I'm doing the reading. And I will read your mini reading at the end if you'd like. That's what I offer you. You would have to join the channel and have that little badge. Star Codes, Astral Oracle by Heather Roan Robbins. I haven't used these a whole lot. They come in handy in certain circumstances. But this time, they told me to draw some cards in advance what the subject was, and then we can read off of that subject. And I'm only going to do an intuitive reading today. And if it applies, it applies. If it doesn't apply to you, then it is for someone. And you hitting the like button allows this channel to transfer, so to travel through the analytics so others can find this particular video and be edified and encouraged by it. This could be their calling. You could be someone who could help someone, right? We always want to help people get into their North Node and do what they're supposed to do on the planet. which is why it's really a sin to me that parents control their children so young, constantly messing with their head about you should do this and do that, and I want this, and do what your dad did. And a lot of children suffer because of that, because they never seem to get into their north node, their calling. But a lot of us now have found ministry as our north node, one way or another, and we're applying it one way or another. May you be blessed in your loving, because love requires sacrifice. Okay? My dears, that is what we have right now. Thank you so much. You can go to my website if you're interested in spending time getting a personal reading from me. It's robinsrealmreadings.net or .com. They're both the same. I own them both, okay? Or you can email me. Spirit, you have a message from our collective, from this deck, and this is the subject matter. Venus, number 21. Wait a minute. Where's the other one at? We got Mars, number 22. We have the 5th house, number 43. Powerful. This is powerful. This is powerful, whoever you are. We have Mercury. We have Imun Koeli, which means root chakra. And then we have dignified for you. And isn't that cool? We have 13. The ego has to constantly die with you. You're constantly putting the ego to death so you can actually experience and feel your life. Live from your heart. You sometimes have to go aggressively after what it is that you want. And you know that you have the power to co-create that. Since you're coming from your 5th house, you're following your passion. You could be an artist. You could be some kind of an artist. But you do everything for love, with love, and by love. And that includes the power of creation, co-creation, and also just storming past a lot of the... Mars is aggressive, right? But it's fast motion. So someone's following their heart. And they really seem to be enjoying their life. 43, follow your heart and communicate openly to the world. That's interesting because 21 adds up to 3 and 22 adds up to 4. But here it comes into the 5th house for you, whoever you are. I just heard Venus and Taurus. I don't know why. Spirit. But then we have Mercury here. So maybe your calling is about going out and teaching people art. Maybe. Or teaching them how to have confidence, Mars. Teaching them how to be more feminine, Venus. Teaching them how to be more receptive and elegant and grace. You can be communicating messages about that. You could be out here healing the world with your messages that come from your precious heart. Your messages have to do with, or your work has to do with rooting and grounding, faith and self-worth and your soul path and your beliefs and allowing ego to die so that you can really find out what this death and rebirth experience is with this Venus energy is, that you will reinvent yourself repeatedly. And it's beautiful because you're doing it from your heart. Whatever it is that you're doing, it's beautiful. It's all about the art. Can you see this? Hi, guys. Hi, Cindy. Hello, precious ones. I hope it's not blurry for you. So I think it's a really great day to be talking about you guys, and talk about your path. I think this applies to every one of you, but whatever your calling is, this is what I'm hearing, rooting and grounding, whatever your calling is. Let's have a sacred destiny message with this one. I'm picking up a collective of people who have learned the lesson of how to be a co-creator, that you are created to co-create. You co-create every single day. So what you do is you reinvent yourself and you do everything that your heart desires. You're going through a healing sessions because of communication. There's a twisty energy here, here, and here. The spiral is here. Spiraling. Now, it looks like it's all going down, but I know that it isn't. The more that you help other people or do what you do that you love, what happens is you're spiraling up and you're attracting people to yourself. The Caduceus is two people. It's two energies intertwining, working up until the top of the staff so that it can superpower the staff itself. I heard the staff of Ra from Temple of Doom. I think that's what it's called. Spirit, Holy Spirit. Would you be kind enough to give it? Oh, look here. Success. Oh, yes. That's why on your adventures. Maybe somebody likes to travel and they do art elsewhere, possibly. I don't know. You could be online sharing what you have, and it's actually healing other people. Um, I don't know. I love travel channels and things like that. That's another form of art for me because I get to go into my imagination of actually being there. Sometimes that's cool. And your job is there's your spiral, healing chaos with the heart. So many of you are chosen by God. And when I say chosen, I mean to do his will, not your will, not anybody else's, to bring this whirlwind to a calm pace, right? Use that Mars energy to fight wickedness so that you can stay on your journey and stay continuously, consistently communicating and creating your beautiful work and ending up in an incredibly dignified status. You have new beginnings. Look at the fire. Look at the fire. Look at that. I just heard fire on the mountain, lightning in the air, gold in them hills, and it's waiting for me there. I play that on guitar. And flexibility are required on this for your job. But your job is to bring peace and healing to people. So maybe you teach, maybe you do a holistic teaching out here as well. You could very well be a healer that travels. You could be a sound healer because of Mercury. Yes. You could be an art dealer. You could be someone who teaches people how to be in their best form. You could also be an action taker. You get things done. You certainly do. And your job is all about transformation and simplicity. It's not as difficult as you really think it is. You have learned the art of patience even with yourself when you're performing your art. And your goal is freedom. Your requirement is diligence, and your outcome is love and abundance. Oh my God, you guys, I love these cards. I love reading for you. I mean, it's really cut and dry, this particular reading. Let me see something here. This is what they gave you from the Rose Oracle. Where'd I put it? This was a gift, the Rose Oracle. Let's see what they say to you. It says, inner calling, soul led, the mystic, living courageously, absolutely pure. Venus, Mercury, and Mars. It makes a whole lot of sense. They really do know, don't they? The guides know. And I trust myself now. This is the one thing about being a reader that they cannot take away from you: your spiritual connection, your confidence, unless you let them. I'm like, don't even bother. You have no idea. The rose thread, let's take a peek at it because I think you should look. What is that? Where is it? I've not read out of this book, so I have to look it up. 114. 114. That's 11-4. Also divine numbers. 11. The opening, the portal. The twin flame journey. The yin yang. Not quite yin yang. That's not the right reference. The opening, the abundance. I hear it splashing open. I don't know why. 14. Temperance. And 5. That adds up to 5. 14 is 5. During the everyday ritual of connecting things, connecting people, speaking your truth, being passionate and loving, doing what you do, separating yourself, going forth with a dignified aura about you and presence. It says here for you, oh, wait a minute. My bad. The rose thread. This is the card of the mystic, the one who's in touch with the depths of the inner world and the interweavings of the world and beyond, way beyond. They're dedicated to listening to the mysterious voice whispering within, to following her intuition and living in accordance with that, to living by being guided by the rose thread. Beautiful. Interesting. I got these beautiful rose candles from Trader Joe's yesterday. I stockpiled. My house smells amazing, by the way. Roses. Following the rose thread means being dedicated to walk in the way of the rose, to being in service to humanity, and dedicated to writing a new story. And it requires courage and faith and the willingness to pave a new path, which is why you got Mars, right? The rose has been a symbol of the mysteries for thousands of years. The rose thread is the invisible path that the mystic follows. It takes courage to trust it, for the path is different for every single person. Excuse me. This is why it requires courage to trust the inner call. And those who do so find great reward. I'll second that. This card is a sign that you're being called to follow that initiatory path led by the thread deep within. You may find that you're in a place of great change, which is the 1 in 4, 5, right? And you're being called to have faith and to gather up the courage to take the next step. This card is a sign of encouragement to keep taking the next step. It's acknowledging the courage it takes to live a soul-led life and honoring you for always taking the leap. Rose transmission, even when things feel unclear, especially when they do, I trust that I'm always led from within. How beautiful is that, my beautiful collective? I think it pretty well hit home for most of you. Yes. Hi, guys. Thank you. It is gorgeous. Why? Because I've been meditating on your energies. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. I'm here for your questions if you'd like. I just did a Scorpio reading on my other channel, which I had to bring out the big guns. Michael the Archangel, prayer to destroy negative spirits, negative energies, negative attachments, negative karmic patterns, demonic entities, negative thoughts, and you speak it and you watch. It won't dare bother you because they will immediately be addressed by the Holy Spirit. Psh! Wait till you see the cool sword that I'm getting. I can't wait to show you in my readings, you guys. It's I think he made it out of that resin, but it's filled with gold leaf. It's clear, filled with gold leaf. It's got angel wings on the top for a handle, and it's got a big lapis lazuli on it. And that's my friend Ashton Nix, who does Priestex. He's also a very good reader. Before I got my channel going and decided to just do this full time for you guys, I used to go to him for readings. You know, I have a couple of close people that I go to. Right now, though, if I really need a reading, there's only 2 people I check in with, really. Even though there's a lot of amazing readers out here, you guys. And I know that there are, and I'm proud of them. I'm happy that they are so amazing. It's just that there's only the spirit behind them. The spirit behind them. You have to test the spirits. And you test them against what? Peace. That's what you hold on the spiritual path here. That's how you test. Oh, my dears. Happy Sunday. Thank you so much for popping in on me. I am ready to answer questions. Angelics and guides, I'm asking for your protection, for your guidance, and your insight. Help me to find the answers that we need. Did you get your reading, Jaleesa? Did you read it? Did you hear it? Wasn't it deep? I've never read anything like that for you. Yeah. It's a beautiful reading. Oh my God. You got to go slower. You move really, really fast. I'm not being critical. I'm helping. When I watch your stuff, show the bag, what's in it, a little more, okay? Like you're on TikTok, dude. Get on TikTok too. People will buy your stuff like mad, and they should, because your stuff is wonderful. You know, it really, really is. I have to tell you something. I noticed something. I'm almost 69, but I noticed when I use your breast oil, it's like an olive oil base or something, but whatever you have in it is really. I noticed the girls are starting to perk up a little bit. I think that's really cool, don't you? All right. Well, any questions? Let's see. You wanted to add the herbal? I don't know. Spirit just automatically answered you. Um, absolutely, Star. Absolutely. Absolutely. How you do it is going to be the key as to whether it is successful or not. Show us more information on that. Happy, happy. Ooh, 10 of Cups. You mean that's going to make her a whole lot happier? Hell yeah. You're going to be moving like crazy, girl. I'm late for a very important date. No time to say hello, goodbye. I'm late. That is from an old version of Alice in Wonderland when the rabbit comes tripping past her. I'm late for a very important date. I don't even know who came up with that, High Priestess. You need to teach them how to use it in their spiritual practices as well. You know that. Yes? You're the bomb. Look at that building. Look at that 7 of Pentacles. Look at that. Are you serious? Look at that. Look at that. What? You know we're tapped into you. I love the heck out of you. Here it goes. And last but not least, here comes the sun. Doo doo doo. Here comes the sun. And I say, it's all right. Yes, ma'am. I just heard Richie Havens singing that. Freedom, 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 freedom. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child alone, way from my home. I love that. That's in my bones, you guys. That's from Woodstock. That's set in my bones, that song. Yep. All right. Let's do the yes or no thing since nobody's asking me any more questions, unless you want to. I'm still here. This is your day. I need to get the word out. Spread the word about these readings, you know. Your girl ain't just anybody. We got a lot of power behind this. It's really interesting. Even I don't know. I'm like, okay, the less I force stuff, the better it is, right? You know, that's how it is. No matter what you want to teach, no matter what you want to talk about, no matter what your agenda is, God's always going to win. And there's your temperance. There's your answer. That would be a yes, thank you. And, you are dealing with a, yep. Look at this crap. This power. Oh, yes, they're going to get a tower. Yes, they're going to get a tower. Yes, they're going to get a tower. Whoever you asked about that was making these fake little offers to get in your energy. Okay, I just heard that. So I don't know who I'm reading on. Your faith has made you well. The fact that you let this relationship go has made you well. The fact that you won't juggle with anybody and you won't even let them come near to juggling you. The fact that you live in your heart. You don't care if they were a soulmate, they were wicked. They tried to keep you in your space. You're out. I'm leaving. And now you're abundant. You're blessed. You have knowledge, insight. And you have somebody working in your favor, a king of swords and a king of swords and a king of coins. Whoever you are, this is for you. This is what's watching over you and protecting you at this time. You asked a question about the enemy. Yeah, they're getting their ass beat. Good. Who's calling judgment? Could be God. Could be somebody's husband, somebody's boss. It could be you. You could be a business owner. Look at this. 2 kings and 3 kings in a row in this reading. Whoever you are, you could be. This could be. It's powerful. All right. If this is about money, I think I want to ask a yes question about money. Ask a question about money right now. Holy Spirit, God can read your heart. And I'm with God, so let's go. Show me, Spirit. Let's talk about money. Let's talk about money. Past, present, future. Let's do it that way. Past. Hold on. Money. Slow. Being held back. We know what that feels like. Holding it back or throwing it in the bank, allowing it to collect and grow. Presently, burdened. Heavily burdened. Money's a burden. We all are dealing with it. It's nothing new. And it's heartbreaking that it has to even be that way. It's like, wait a minute. Excuse me. Future, though. 10 of Pentacles. Something's about to break from you that you built in the past. Oh my God. Is it possible you left something in the past? You left something that was, yes. God says yes. Somebody did. They have a bank account somewhere they forgot about. There's something you put money into you forgot about. And you've been burdened all this time, but it's something you have to leave in order to get it. Because this is wealth and family. I don't know. Maybe a family leaves and it breaks your heart and it burdens you. Someone leaves and goes to the Lord. Let's say they pass away, right? That could also be another way of looking at this. Yes, honey, you will be getting the money, but here's what you need the most. The power to leave something behind, the wisdom to know when you need to act, and the divine guidance, the divine insight that can only come from God, revival as to what you need to do with this. Just to get the eureka, yes, that's mine. If you related with that, please hit that like button. Thank you very much. Anybody else have a question? No? Why is it I only draw 4 people? I don't know. Y'all are loyal, though. I love you much. Well, that's what I have for you this afternoon. And I'll catch up with you later. Let me know if y'all did not get the invitation to this on the 7th. We'll be gathering together and talking about what it is we do that we love the most, that makes us feel really good, and how can we help each other, and how do you play? We need to talk about that too, because life is very heavy right now for most of us. We all know we're living in revelation, right? Let's not play with that. We can't play with time either. Time is incredibly, right now, it's incredibly straining. Making good use of your time. Let us get together, because getting together is where the Spirit is, and then we can uplift each other. I love you very much. And everybody, have a really good weekend. All right? Namaste. See you soon, Cindy. By the way, I'm going to give you a free reading because, well, you were my greatest donator this month. Love you. Bye.